Rust. Some love it, some hate it. Some, like myself, have sunk so many hours into this game that they have all turned into a blur. Rust, for the three of you who don't know, it's a survival PvP game among the likes of Ark Survival Evolved and DayZ. Rust has a feature enabled called VoIP. VoIP, aka Voice over Internet Protocol, is what us gamers would call voice chat. Now this is important because it is what these Rust players do with voice chat to mock and harass other players, even though this is something I'm guilty of myself, and why is what is at the forefront of our video today. My name is baldingbus, and I just wanted to say, if you like this type of content or video game parodies, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate every one of you. This is the dark side of Rust. So, to begin, we'll be collecting testimonials from various players around the game. This is my friend Kyle. He will be the interviewer for the video. Also, he is the most casual Rust player you could think of. He does not play the game that often, so he's pretty unbiased, but even he, in his limited time on this game, has faced some issues already, and this is what he has to say. Alright, so Kyle, here we are. There's some things you wanted to talk about before we got into the servers. So what was your most toxic experience in Rust?
Yeah, my most toxic experience in Rust, man. Honestly, it's just a classic story of betrayal. I was just starting off, and I was kind of getting some kills and getting shit done, and I'd killed my neighbor, and he decided he wanted to make amends. So we became buddies and got him on the team, moved him into the base, and everything was going good until he had to go make dinner, and he wanted me to do a solo scrap run, and I leave, and next thing you know, I'm kicked off the team, and by the time I get back to my base, the codes are changed, and he runs outside, and he's downing me and laughing in my face, calling me stupid, and making a whole big fool out of me. And that shit made me feel pretty bad. It was one of my first experiences, and it really impacted the way I viewed this game permanently.
The classic Rust
I
inside.
thoroughly enjoyed the game. Yeah, and I mean, for that being one of my first experiences with this game, I mean, that was pretty tragic.
And now that we are all acquainted with Kyle and his backstory, I think it's time to hop on a real server and talk to real Rust players in their natural habitat. I am recording for a documentary on the toxicity in Rust, and I was wondering if one of you guys would be interested in receiving an interview.
Yes.
Okay. What's your name, buddy? Hold on. Stop. All right. Calling him in. All right. What's your name, bro?
I'm already over it. You're just gonna. What would you say is your most toxic experience on?
Someone was trying to be friendly, but they ended up killing me. Called Rust.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Why do you think they would do something like that?
Hello, Heisenberg. Thank you for your
Game is game, I guess.
Do you have any other experiences with toxicity in Rust?
See, he logged out. What the f***? Hello.
What?
Do you have you have 5 minutes?
Why you need 5 minutes?
I am doing a documentary on the toxicity within Rust at that table right there. I'm just giving interviews, and you mind if I just sat you down and asked you a few questions?
Me? Question?
Yes, sir. Come with me. Let me show you.
Wait.
This is my friend Kyle right here. What's your name, man? What's your in-game name or your real name? It's up to you.
My name?
Yes, sir.
What? My name is David.
Nice to meet you, David. My name is Justin. Like I said, this is my friend Kyle. He'll start asking you the questions now.
What would you say is your most toxic experience you've had?
I think black people.
Yeah, black people.
Black people are the most toxic thing that you've experienced in Rust. Could you elaborate on that a little bit farther?
They are 10% of the population, but they do 50% of the crime. So they kill a lot.
On Rust, or
On both, in real life and on Rust.
I don't know how factual.
We are all black people and we all have red names because we all kill people.
Okay, let me speak out. I hate f***ing niggers. They look weird. They
Ask the guy
talk
to your
weird.
left questions.
They are weird.
Ask him what his name is to your left.
You see,
Not.
so niggers should get killed. We should start a camp. We should kill niggers.
What's your name, bro?
I agree.
Are you guys with me?
Okay, anyway, original interviewee. Let's continue your interview. Kyle, go where you left off.
I think we should
And
start
why
a
do you
camp
think they would say
where
something
we
like that?
like
For no reason.
with fucking monkey.
Did
Try to
this
speak.
impact you outside of the game of Rust? Did this have any impact on you in your actual life?
Bro, nobody here likes fucking niggers.
So, unable to conduct the interview at the moment and admittedly irritated, I decided to engage with these people in the most professional manner that they deserved. How would you feel if I told you I was black?
We should paint white. I feel bad for you, man. I'll paint you though. I'll paint you though. I'll get you a paint job.
Gamble is smurfing, and that's business you stand on.
Of course.
And we don't like Jews as well.
Are you black in real life?
Yes, bro. Big and all.
Okay.
Do you think that you have rights in real life?
More rights than whatever country you're from, dickhead. What do you live in a
wait.
shack, asshole?
What's
You would not
slave?
say. Do you think
There's
you
a
would say
fucking
this to me
reason,
in
man.
person? Do you
There's
really
a
think you'd
fucking
say this to me in
reason.
person?
Yes.
You IRL
I would
would
say
stand
it
on this
in
business?
front
Is that
of
what
your
you're trying to say
fucking
right now?
face.
Yes, man.
And you would do nothing about it.
Yeah, I would do nothing about it. I would do nothing about it. All right, that's a good way to.
I like you, my brother.
Yo, egg roll. You got a mic on me?
Yeah, I do. Why?
So my name is baldingbus. I am a Rust YouTuber. I'm shooting a documentary about the toxicity in Rust. I was asking some people some questions, and I was wondering if you had 5 minutes of time, I could sit you down at my interview table and talk to you.
Yeah. I got some time. My drones are coming in. You know.
All right, come over here with me.
What would you say is your most toxic experience in Rust?
I would say. Let me think. When we got griefed and TC griefed, and they were non-stop saying racial slurs and all kinds of that stuff. That's probably the most worst I've ever experienced.
What do you
I think what motivated them
to do that?
in my personal opinion, I believe that they are, they're playing video games. They're having a good time.
Do you think did this kind of behavior impact you outside of Rust?
No, not at all.
Do you think this kind of behavior is just what makes Rust kind of Rust to an extent?
I believe so. I think that the game is kind of built around toxicity, because if it wasn't, there wouldn't be any PvP and stuff.
Well, for the most part, that's what we have for the questions for you, at least. Do you have any closing remarks or any statements you'd like to make?
Nope, it was just a very interesting moment in Rust, but I'm gonna go grab my stars and get to my friends. You guys have a good rest of your day.
You too, man.
Yeah, you too.
What's
For the first question here, what would you say is your most toxic experience you've had personally in Rust?
Well, some kid told me he's gonna peel back my foreskin and then eat it. That was probably top tier, most toxic moment I've had.
Yeah, that's pretty toxic. What do you think motivated him to do that to you?
Probably about the 5 hours of door camping I did on him.
Does that kind of behavior that he committed, does that ever affect you outside of Rust?
Yes, very. Mentally and physically, yes.
Well, I think for the most part, that's really all the questions we have. If you have any closing remarks or any statements you'd like to make, do so now.
I think I'm good. Thank you for the interview, man.
Yeah, thanks for your time, man. All right, well, Kyle, now that the interviews are over, are there any thoughts or grievances that you had or theories that have formed in your brain about the different experiences that we've had?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you compare, the EU interviews compared to the US interviews, it's damn near night and day, the experiences we got and how we got treated. People on the US servers were very respectful, they were calm, they were actually interacting and engaging with what we were saying. Whereas on the EU, once they found out that you were black and I was a Jew, it was on site, you know what I mean?
And so, like any good and bad thing, this video must come to an end. And I must say, after everything I've seen in this video, I still think the toxicity is what makes Rust Rust. Even as a black person who gets irritated at these remarks, for me, it's still what makes the game special. Being able to respond with the same amount of atrociousness. I think the takeaway from this mini documentary should be that getting personally offended by a video game does nothing positive for you, and it's better to just laugh and have fun along with everybody else. My name is baldingbus, and this has been The Dark Side of Rust.